Hello once again. So, let's continue our discussion sa EE 141 natin. And yung discussion natin ngayon is yung Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers Standard Association or yung tinatawag natin na IEEE standard. Okay? So, what is IEEE? IEEE is an organization dedicated to advancing innovation and technological excellence for the benefit of humanity. Take note, is the world's largest technical professional society. It is designed to serve professional involvement in all aspects of the electrical, electronics, and computing fields and related areas of science and technology that underlie modern civilization. IEEE's roots go back to 1884 when electricity began to become a major influence in society. There was one major established electrical industry, the telegraph, which, since the 1840s, had come to connect the world with a data communication system faster than the speed of transport, telephone, and electric power and light industries had just gotten underway. So, yung IEEE na sinasabi natin is matagal na. So, tignan natin is from 1884 pa. So, napakaraming standard dito na pwede natin gamitin pag nagde-design tayo. Okay, or pag even during installations, maraming kailangan natin dito sa IEEE na to. And core purpose is to foster technological innovation and excellence for the benefit of humanity. IEEE will be essential to the global technical community and to technical professionals everywhere and be universally recognized for the contribution of technology and of technical professionals in improving global conditions. So, dito sa IEEE standard natin, okay, 18-2002, ito yung standard natin for shunt power capacitors. If we are designing sa mga substation, power plant natin na kinakailangan ng capacitors, kumonsulta lang tayo sa IEEE standard ng 18-2002. Doon natin makikita yung standard ng shunt capacitor na yan. Yan yung kanyang scope. Okay, and sabi dito, applies to capacitors rated 216 volts or higher, 2.5 kbar or more, and designed for shunt connection to alternating current transmission and distribution systems operating at a nominal frequency of 50 Hz or 60 Hz. So meaning our country is kasali dito or okay siya dito kasi we are operating at 60 Hz. Our nominal frequency here is 60 Hz. So, pwede nating maging reference yung IEEE pagdating sa standard ng shunt power capacitor natin. Okay, ito yung table if we need typical voltage and reactive power ratings. the overvoltage and overcurrent withstand capabilities ng ating capacitors, the terminal to terminal test if we are going to conduct that test, shall withstand for at least 10 seconds terminal to terminal insulation test. Discharge resistor test of VT or test voltage binigyan tayo dito ng formula, okay, to compute that VT. Next standard is yung 80-2002. Don't be confused kasi kanina is 18. Ngayon naman is 80. So 80-2002 or 80-2002 yan is our guide for safety in AC substation grounding. So sa IEEE, nandito na naman yung grounding na yan. So pag tinitignan natin throughout our lectures, parang palagi natin nakikita sa mga standards yung grounding, yung banding. Napaka-importante kasi to. Kasi yung grounding na yan or AC substation grounding that will provide means to dissipate electric currents into the earth without exceeding any operating and equipment limits. And one important rule nito is to assure that person in the vicinity of grounded facility is not exposed to the danger of critical electric shock. So, ang purpose talaga nito is for safety ng ating mga equipments and the person working on that facilities or the person na nandyan mismo sa facility na yan. So, if meron tayong grounding dyan, okay, or AC substation grounding, mas maganda. Or talagang requirements yan. So, kung mayroon tayong design regarding dito is, we can see or the standard ng AC substation grounding natin sa IEEE 80-2002. Ayan. Yung mga basic shock situations natin. The step and touch criteria or voltage criteria. And we have also the evaluation of ground resistance. Selection of conductors and connections. Each element of the grounding system including grid conductors, connections, connecting leads, and all primary electrodes should be designed that for the expected design life of the insulation, the element will have sufficient conductivity so that it will not contribute substantially to local voltage differences, resist fusing and mechanical deterioration under the most adverse combination of a fault magnitude and duration, be mechanically reliable and rugged to a high degree, be able to maintain its function even when exposed to corrosion or physical abuse. So yung pagde-design talaga natin is very critical dito sa substation grounding na to. dapat ma-design natin yung tamang conductors, yung tamang connection nito para magsilbi talaga as our protection. Okay? And matutulungan tayo ng formula na to. A selection of conductors and connection. So, the area of conductor, okay, design of grounding system. There are two main design goals to achieve by any substation ground system under normal as well as fault condition. Okay, yung sinabi ko kanina, our goals is to, ayan, assures that a person in the vicinity of grounded facility is not exposed to the danger of critical electric shocks and to provide means to dissipate electric currents in the earth without exceeding any operating equipment limits. Ito yung ating green book. So, makikita natin dito sa IEEE standard na marami siyang book. Okay? Ito is yung IEEE Green Book, which is the grounding of industrial and commercial power system. So, sa mga nagde-design ng industrial and commercial, okay, at maglalagay kayo ng or magde-design kayo ng grounding ng mga facilities na yan. Okay? So, kumonsult lang tayo dito sa Green Book na to, which is the 142-2002 ng ating IEEE. Ayan. Take note ha. Methods can be divided into two general categories, which is the solid grounding and the impedance grounding. As we can see, yung impedance grounding natin may be further divided into several subcategories, which is the reactance grounding, resistance grounding, and ground fault neutralization grounding. So, hindi lang pala alam natin is grounding lang. Okay? Pero marami pa pala. Okay? Which is the solid grounding and the impedance grounding. Makikita natin dito sa right side ng ating monitor yung mga symbols, okay? Or baga diagram, circuits and equivalent diagram ng mga grounding na yan. Ungrounded system or no intentional grounding. In an ungrounded system, it is possible for destructive transient overvoltage to occur throughout the system during striking ground faults. This overvoltage, which can several times normal in magnitude, result from a resonant condition being established between the inductive reactance of the system and the distributed capacitance to ground. Resistance grounding. In a resistance grounded system, the neutral of the transformer or generator is connected to the ground through a resistor. So, makikita natin dito sa diagram na to na meron siyang nakakonect na resistor, okay, sa neutral. ng isang transformer or generator papunta sa ground. Ano yung reason dito? To reduce burning and melting effects, to reduce mechanical stresses in circuits, to reduce the arc flash or flash hazard to personnel, and to secure control of transient over voltages. Meron din tayong high resistance grounding. Employs a neutral resistor of high ohmic value. The value of the resistor is selected to limit the current. So, ito naman is yung nagiging current limiter. Okay? Yung resistor na ilalagay natin siya. Low resistance grounding has the advantage of facilitating the immediate and selective clearing of a grounded circuits. Low resistance grounding is designed to limit ground fault current to a range between 100 ampere to 1000 ampere with 400 ampere being typical. Next grounding is the reactance grounding. The term reactance grounding describes the case in which a reactor is connected between the system neutral and the ground. So kung kanina is yung resistor grounding, meron tayong nilagay na resistor doon. Okay? Ito naman is a reactor. Okay? Connected between the system and the neutral ground. Next is the resonant grounding. A ground fault neutralizer is a reactor connected between the neutral of a system and the ground. The common grounding natin or the solid grounding refers to the connection of a system conductor, usually the neutral of a generator, power transformer, or grounding transformer, directly to ground without any intentional intervening impedances. Parang lang yung dinedesign natin dito. Yan. May delta grounding transformer, delta Y grounding transformer. YY, grounding transformer, and grounding of industrial and commercial generators. Generators as parallel alternate sources and generator parallel with other sources. Next is yung IEEE standard 937-2019 or the maintenance practice of for installation and maintenance of lead acid batteries for photovoltaic system. So bakit natin kailangan yung maintenance or guide for installation ng ating mga batteries or photovoltaic system? Okay? So very important kasi yung batteries natin, yung DC source natin sa mga substation, sa mga power systems para tuloy-tuloy yung operations ng mga yan. Okay? So, hindi nawawala yung DC source natin. Pero, sa IEEE standard natin, kailangan natin niyang i-maintain. So, dito, nagbigay siya ng monthly maintenance na gagawin natin. Yung mga yan, A to I. Okay? So, monthly. So, meaning, every month na tinitignan natin, chine-check natin kung okay pa ba, kung tama pa ba, yung mga, for example, yung terminal, voltage, and charging current, yung electrolyte levels. So, monthly na chine-check yan. So, dito sa IEEE standard, sinabi talaga na monthly. Kaya kung meron kayong kung magtratrabaho kayo sa mga ganyang facilities, ba't nire-require na monthly? Yun yung nasa standard natin eh. Merong monthly, merong quarterly, ayan, yan naman yung quarterly na gagawin natin. And kung meron monthly, may quarterly, meron din tayong annually, all yearly na ginagawa sa maintenance ng ating batteries and photovoltaic systems natin. Okay? So, ito yung maganda sa standard na to, IEEE standard kasi detailed na binigay. Every month, quarterly, and yearly. IEEE standard 958-2003, ito is yung mga ASDs natin or yung adjustable speed drives all. Take note, 2-core 213,800 volt auxiliary system in electric power generating station. The purpose of this guide is to provide a fundamental understanding of the operation, selection, and application of ASDs for use in electric power generation plant, motor-driven systems connected to electric service rated at 24 volts to 13,800 volts. Yan yung purpose ng ASDs natin. Yan. ASDs can be applied in one of two ways to control system flow and improve system efficiency. The first option is to operate all three pumps and reduce speed and power to achieve the required flow. The second option is to run two pumps and motor slightly above rated speed to produce the desired flow. So, ano lang ito? Yung ASDs na sinasabi natin is para ma-improve lang yung system natin. Okay? Ayan. Para ma-improve. Yan, yung typical is this application natin. Okay, drop fans, air fans, recirculating fans, water pumps, condense pumps, boiler feed pumps, house service water pump, yan, conveyors and crushes for coal and lime handling system. As these are valuable in enhancing energy efficiency, improving process control, reducing wear and tear, and offering operational flexibility in motor-driven systems. So, yan yung kung bakit tayo maglalagay ng ASDs just to improve the efficiency of the systems. Meron din tayong IEEE Standard 1010-2006 which is the Guide for Control of Hydroelectric Power Plant. Yeah. Serve as a reference document for practicing engineers in the hydroelectric industry. It documents prevailing industry practices in hydroelectric power plant, control system, logic, control system logic, control system configuration, and control modes. Ito naman, just in case na meron tayong or mapunta tayo sa power plant, which is the hydroelectric power plants, yung guide natin is nasa standard IEEE standard 1010-2006. Ayan. Meron tayo dito mga system scheme atin. Open loop, closed loop, or yung control system vertical array. Typical hydroelectric powerhouse control system. Yan. Frequently, a generating unit stop, reactive power, and active power are controlled by an operator working through a human-machine interface to a control systems natin. Control and monitoring of plant equipment. The unit control system interface should be designed to perform the following functions. Una is yung data gathering and monitoring, the start-stop control sequencing, the annunciation of alarm condition, the temperature monitoring, metering and instrumentation. F is the event recording. G is the synchronizing and connecting the unit to the systems. Control of real and reactive power ng hydroelectric power plants natin. Yan yung mga major components of hydroelectric unit natin. Monitoring of status information. Status information allows the operator to be aware of unit and plant condition. The following are samples of status informations. Yung readiness of automatic start, the automatic start sequence initiated, the automatic stop sequence initiated, unit under automatic or manual control, unit on or off joint or automatic control, the unit on or off dispatch center or plant control, unit circuit breaker open or close, or the intake gate open or close, mode of operations. So yan yung kailangan nating mga i-monitor sa ating hydroelectric power plants. Sa analog measurements naman is yung unit and plant real and reactive power, the unit voltage, current, and the frequency, the turbine, the headwater, various temperature reading, and gate limit positions. So may idea lang tayo kung ano yung mga kailangan nating i-monitor. Next is yung IEEE standard 1050-1996, which is the instrumentation, control equipment, grounding in generating station. Ayun na naman, meron na naman tayong grounding. Ito naman is generating stations. This application guide was developed to identify instrumentation and control, or INC equipment grounding method to achieve both a suitable level of protection for personnel and equipment, and to provide suitable electric noise immunity for signal ground references in generating stations. This guide discusses methods for the grounding of instrumentation and control equipment and their associated circuits in generating stations. INC grounding system. The principal objective of station grounding practices are as follows. Maintain safe voltages, minimize the effect of lightning surges on equipment, provide a low impedance, ground fault current return path, provide a low impedance leakage path for any static charge that might accumulate equipment, and to minimize noise interference. So, ito yung baga objectives ng INC grounding system natin. Single point ground systems. Okay, ito yung mga connections or diagram. Meron tayong single point ground system, the multiple ground system, and the floating ground systems. Grounding for high susceptibility control circuits. And next, we have the IEEE standard C37.9-2012 or the AC motor protections. Motor protection requirements. The information is based on data reported for 380 failures on 1,141 large motor industrial and commercial facilities. However, the information is also expected to give a good idea of failures in power plant motors. Generally applied protections for this failure have been added to the table 2. Okay? So, failure of various components in large motors. I think tapos na kayo dito sa motor natin kasi meron tayong separate na lesson for the motors. So, ito lang yung ating guide for AC motor protections sa IEEE standard na ito. Okay, synchronous motor protections. The bearing protections. And we have also the red book. Okay? So, meron tayo kaninang green, di ba? Green na book. Ngayon naman, yung IEEE standard natin na 141-1993, ito naman is yung red book. IEEE recommend practice for electric power distribution for industrial plants. The purpose, the system and equipment protection devices guard the power system from the ever-present threat of damage caused by overcurrent and transient overvoltages that can result in equipment loss, system failure, and injury to personnel. Yan yung red book natin. Chapter 5 ng red book na yan. Okay, mga overcurrent relays, yan natin makikita. Ayan, mga diagram ng ating overcurrent relays, instantaneous relays, or yung device 50 natin na sinasabi. Okay? Ito na yung mga device number. Device number 87 or yung time delay over current relays natin, device number 51. The zero sequence sensor or the core balance. The voltage relays, 5.3.10. Voltage relays that functions at predetermined values of voltage may be over voltage, under voltage, a combination of both voltage and balance, pairing two sources of voltage, reverse phase voltage or excess negative sequence voltage induced by single phasing of a three-phase system, longer type, induction type, or solid state type relays are available. Voltage relay, red book pa rin to ha. Yan. Yan yung sample images ng ating mga relays. Yan. Over voltage relay, reverse phase relay. Next book is yung ating violet book or ito yung practice for calculating short circuit current in industrial and commercial power system. Ito rin yung guide natin. Yan. I know sa mga may design ngayon is nagka-calculate kayo ng short circuit. Okay? And meron din kayong project sa industrial and commercial. So, ito yung pwede nating gamitin. Yung violet book ng IEEE or the IEEE standard ng 551-2006. So, aside from PC, pwede rin natin gamitin kasi yung IEEE standard na to. Under that violet book, we have here alam nyo naman kung ano na yung short circuit current, no? Yan. Designed to be as fault-free as possible. So, dito, makikita natin yung mga sum of the causes of faults. Okay? So, alam naman natin kung bakit nagkakaroon tayo ng mga faults. So, very common or one of the common is yung presence of animals in equipment. So, meron tayong mga makikita na merong ahas, merong daga, merong mga pumunta na animals in certain equipment. So, nagkakaroon talaga tayo ng faults. Another is lost connection. Nag-overheat yung equipment natin. Merong voltage surge. Okay? Nag-deteriorate yung insulations, and voltage or mechanical stress applied to the equipment, and accumulation of moisture or contaminants explained. So, yan yung mga causes of faults natin. That's why meron tayong calculating or short circuit calculations sa ating mga designs. Kasi hindi mo na throughout the year hindi mo naman maiiwasan na meron walang fault eh. So may instances na magkakaroon talaga tayo ng mga faults. That's why kailangan natin yung short circuit currents calculation na yan. Next is yung gold book. Okay? IEEE Gold Book natin, that is standard for 93-2007 or the tinatawag natin na Gold Book. Ito naman is practice for the design of reliable industrial and commercial power system. Okay? And the white book, IEEE white book natin is yung health or electric system in healthcare facilities. So, kung meron kayong design sa mga hospitals, clinics, Okay, med school, pwede na rin siguro to kasi kailangan din natin ng healthcare facility sa mga med schools natin. Okay, so the reference na gagamitin natin is yung IEEE Standard 602-2007 or the IEEE White Book for that healthcare system natin, electric system. Kasi different kasi yung healthcare eh. Okay? For example, yung mga hospitals natin, meron tayong mga loan na doon lang natin makikita. So, kailangan natin yung i-design for that. Next is yung Brown's Book, which is the Energy Management in Industrial and Commercial System. So, way back pa, matagal na, meron na talaga tayong energy management. So, hindi lang, sabi ko nga tayo, sana yung mga advocate or mag-a-advocate ng energy management na yan. Okay? Kasi tayo yung mauna na mag-advocate or to follow the energy management guide natin or kung ano man yung rule na binibigay sa atin ng mga energy manager na yan. So, nandyan yan sa Brown's Book ng IEEE standards natin. So, wag natin abusuhin. Parang ganun. Energy efficiency and conservations. Nandyan na. The objective is to reduce energy usage while maintaining performance and reliability across facilities. Meron siyang example dito. Using LED lighting and motion sensor for optimized energy usage in lighting system. Kasi marami yung mga minsan napapabayaan ng mga ilaw o isupay di siya makonsume na. Ambit mo usar. And then, mag-shift na tayo lahat sa LED para makatipid naman tayo. Parang ganun. Load management din, andyan din. So, kailangan natin talagang i-design yan. And monitoring and control system. Ito is one of the easiest na kailangan natin gawin is to monitor yung ating mga equipment kung nagpa-function pa sila ng maigi. Kasi kung hindi na, baka nakakadagdag na siya or nakaka-perwisyo na siya sa system, saka nagdudulot na ng hindi maganda sa system natin. So, kailangan natin yan, monitoring and control system. Yan yung role natin as an engineer someday. Okay? Pag naging engineers na kayo. At saka napunta kayo sa mga electrical facility na ganyan. So, yan, mag-monitor talaga tayo. Okay? Anyway, marami na naman tayong mga advanced technology to monitor. Okay? And to control the systems natin. Hindi na parang hindi mano-mano, kundi meron tayong mga equipment or tools sa mga pag-read ng mga equipment natin. Next is yung IEEE standard natin, the Emerald Book. Ng Emerald Book, that is powering and grounding electronic equipments. So, marami na tayong electronic equipment dito. Kailangan din natin ng mga grounding na yan. Most especially, sila pa nga yung mga nangangailangan ng grounding eh. Kasi yung mga electronic equipment natin, sila pag merong mga voltage surge, merong mga fault na nangyayari, sila yung matatamaan masisira agad because of their electronic parts. So, kailangan natin ng magandang grounding sa ating mga electronic equipment. So, we need that or makikita natin yan sa Emerald Book ng IEEE, yung standard na yan. So, ano nga ba yung tamang size ng grounding? Ano nga ba yung ilalagay kong grounding sa equipment na to, sa electronic equipment na to? So, makikita natin dyan kay IEEE, yung Emerald book natin. Yan. Powering and grounding. Okay. Noise control in grounding system. Meron din. Common Table 10. That's 3 common industrial interference solutions. Banding, segregation, shielding, filtering, and clamping. And yung kanyang mga definitions. IEEE standards 1100-2005. Grounded versus ungrounded power system. Alam naman natin kung ano yung mga advantages at disadvantages ng grounding and ungrounded power system natin. Okay? So, bakit tayo naglalagay? Makita nyo naman sa diagram ano yung grounded, ano yung ungrounded. Okay. Yan yung mga advantage and disadvantages. So, pag grounded system, lower common mode noise. Ito ang mga advantage immediate isolation of ground faults, and the disadvantage is yung potential tripping of main ground fault device before downstream protections. Sa ungrounded system naman, tolerates ground faults, maintaining system operation, high resistance grounding, dampens ferroresonance, and the disadvantage is challenging to locate ground faults and susceptible to ferroresonance and transient over voltages. Practical consideration, the ground fault management, ferroresonance and over voltage, and resources and consultations. So we need to consider this one. Okay. Ground plane principles. Developed for high frequency circuit in PCB designs. A ground plane is a copper layer with a same potential, low impedance at all frequencies of concerns, and effectiveness more effective than single point grounding, okay, at frequencies greater than 1 MHz. So, meron tayong tinatawag, makikita dito na ground plane. Okay? Instead na single point grounding lang siya, naka-plane siya. Implementation in control cabinets. Ground plane utilize the cabinet backplate for grounding. Long grounding conductors can act as open circuit and high frequencies, and use a built ground plane to avoid choke points. Ito siya. Okay? So, ginagamit natin as yan. Mga kung meron kayong mga panels. Ayan. Okay, ground plane for machine structures naman. Machine structure made of conductive material can form an excellent ground plane if closely bonded. Ensure paint in remove at the bands and connection are protected against corrosion, and bond panels to the machine structure as tightly as possible. If difficult, construct a low impedance path using the following methods: the zinc-plated tray and the EMC trunking. High frequency bonding requirements. Yan yung panel ground plane extended to the machine structure natin. Okay, so parang yung ginagamit na natin as grounding yung ating mga plane. ating mga panel. Next book is yung Buff book or IEEE Standard 242-2001 Practice for Protection and Coordination of Industrial and Commercial Power System. Ito naman is sa mga circuit breakers, sa mga coordinations nito. Okay? So, yan yung sa buff book natin. Short circuit types, impact power system, yan. Tignan natin. Dito. Ayan. Protection coordinations ng ating mga mga relays. Saan na dito? Short circuit protection. AC. Or transformer protections. Fuses. Circuit breakers. Power transformers. Dito eh. And the next is yung ating blue book. Ito pala yung circuit breakers natin. Circuit breaker natin. Blue book natin. Yan. Yung coordinations is nasa buff book. Ito, yung coordination with other protective devices. So, nasa blue book ito. Okay, application of low voltage circuit breakers. Nasa blue book. Yung tinatawag natin na TCC or yung time current curve natin is pakikita natin dito sa blue book. Okay? So, ito is yung sinasabi ko doon sa inyo na kung meron tayong mga tripping devices, circuit breakers na mga yan. So, for example, meron tayong main circuit breakers, sub. Okay? So, circuit breaker, dapat, kailangan, meron silang coordination, hindi yung nag-uunahan silang mag-trip. So, yung design nito is nasa blue book na yan. Okay? So, I think that's all yung ating IEEE standards natin. Yan yung IEEE standards natin. So, pag meron tayong mga kailangan is mag-consult lang tayo dito or tignan lang natin yung blue book na ito. At saka yung mga other books, so marami siya, hindi lang blue book. Okay, red, green, emerald, violet, mga ganyan. Bronze, meron din gold. Yan. Okay? At saka brown book. Meron din brown book for industrial and commercial power system analysis. Load flow analysis. Yan, makikita natin sa brown book. Short circuit studies. And that's it. So, yun lang yung ating IEEE standards. So, sabi ko nga, aside from PEC natin, pag wala tayong nakita doon na kailangan natin na standard, mag-consult tayo sa IEEE standards or any other standards na pwede nating tignan. So, marami naman tayong standards. Okay? So, ano lang, yung EE 141 natin is electrical standards and practices, is yung main goal lang nito is maraming tayong standards dito, marami tayong codes, laws, okay? Dito, the main purpose ng mga yan is for the safety ng ating mga facilities and the safety ng ating mga client and the person na nandun sa facility na yun. So, yun lang yung parati nating ipuput in mind na meron tayong mga standards, practices para sa ating safety. Yun lang, and thank you very much.